You've seen him in TV and movie specials. He was one of the stars of the A-Team reboot a couple of years ago. Former UFC light heavyweight champion and MMA legend, Rampage Jackson, joining us in studio. Rampage, good morning, man.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got to imagine, you see somebody in the octagon 4 times, you're sick of their face. I know you don't like Wanderlei anyway. I mean, a 4th time, you got to be really sick of this dude.
I'm sick of the dude, but I ain't sick of kicking his ass. You know, like we go way back. He beat me up twice, and I owe him 2 more butt kicks. You know, 2 more butt kicks I owe him.
To get to the 3-2 ratio, yeah.
Yeah, but this one, I don't think he's going to fight me after this one, so it's going to be like, if everything go according to plan, it's going to be tied up, you know.
It's so rare for fighters to fight 4 different times. I know some might say, hey, I've done that, been there. But you've said, I would fight him 10 times.
Right, yeah. I think it is rare in MMA, but if you ever follow like kickboxing, like K1, I don't think it's rare in that sport. But in MMA, it don't happen often.
They say, familiarity breeds contempt. And let's take the Warriors and the Cavaliers, for example. Playing once in the NBA Finals is one thing. By the time they played this year for the 4th straight time, they really hate one another. They cannot stand one another. Does that happen in the octagon as well? The more times you fight, the more frequency, the worse you dislike the opponent?
Well, it's honestly with this guy, it's not so much the fights. It's just the history of stuff outside of the fights. Like I think our rivalry started when we was in Japan, and it was years ago. I was a young fighter, and they announced that we was going to be fighting, and he's a bully, and like a lot of fighters were scared of him and stuff back then.
He likes to stick fingers in faces.
Yeah, push you around and stuff, and that's what he did. He came into the ring, and he pushed me, and broke out into a big brawl. It was right after I just fought. I had fought Kevin Ranneman, you know what I'm saying, RIP, and Kevin Ranneman ran back to the ring to help me out because it came to a big brawl, and that's when it all started. Like I was like, dude, you don't know me, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in this ring shoving me. You know what I'm saying? I fight for money. That's my job. I'm a professional. And he trying to fight me like outside of, like, if I would have beat him up then, I would have done it for free. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to fight for free. Come on, man. It's my livelihood here.
Rampage Jackson joins us in studio. It's so cool to see MMA have grown to where it is, and Bellator is exploding, and a new television and streaming deal for Bellator, which is cool. And your fight with Silva is kind of highlighting that coming up in September. From when you began in this game to where it is now, is it just kind of mind-blowing sometimes to look at the attention, the money, and everything else that's around it?
Man, yeah, I'm going to tell you, like, when I first started MMA, I did it for the love. I had no idea that this sport was going to take off like the way it did. I started off fighting in like a little small show called King of the Cage.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people have heard of it. Those guys was like a lot of UFC fighters came from there. A lot of it was kind of like right after amateur. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to the King of the Cage and man, it got you ready. It got me ready for the big show in Japan. Actually, the promoter Terry Cherbakok, he's the one who hooked me up and gave me my big break to go over to Pride, to where I made my name. And I had no idea, and especially I was fighting in Japan, and I was fighting there. I'll come back home, and no one knew who I was. It was great. Like I could be popular in Japan, be out there, signing autographs with all the little short Japanese people, and
be anonymous here.
Yeah, I was great, and the Japanese fans, boy, I loved them. They were so kind and so great, and they respected your space, and they just honored you for being a warrior. The total opposite of American fans. And when you get to know American fans, when I started getting American fans, I was, I thought they was going to be like the Japanese fans, and totally the opposite. Like, wow.
Interesting.
You learn how the fans are different in different countries and stuff like that. And this sport has taken off, and I think the Ultimate Fighter, that show was on Spike TV back in the day. I think it did great wonders for our sport, and now I'm with Bellator, and these guys, they're taking it to the next level. They know, they see the potential, and they know how fast it's growing, and they're moving with it.
Rampage Jackson joins us here in studio. So you're in Japan, and fans, they'll give you your space. They're kind of quiet. They're respectful.
Oh, yeah.
They honor you. You come stateside, you come back to the U.S., and you become a big deal. And what, everybody's just grabbing you and want to take selfies and everything like that?
I always total opposite. I love all Rampage fans. I got to keep it real. I love all Rampage fans, but I can be honest and say I don't love all MMA fans because it's like happens overnight. Like in 2007, it just happened overnight. After I fought Chuck Liddell, the night after that, the next day after that fight, it seemed like a lot more people knew my name and who I was, and it was just overnight, and it was so hard. It wasn't like a gradual thing, just one fight, boom, overnight. People asking me for autographs and and egging my house and stuff like that.
Egging your house?
Oh, it was bad because a lot of people was kind of upset that I beat Chuck.
Yeah, well, Chuck was such a star and so popular, and really the first crossover star.
Right, and no one knew who I was. Like only the hardcore MMA fans knew who I was at this time. So it's like it was hard getting adjusted to it, and it's been a long time, over 10 years, and I'm still not used to it. But the American fans, like, you have a lot of good people, a lot of people that understand and like they give you your space and stuff like that. But then there's just few. It's only few. Like most people that you come in contact with, they don't even say, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Can I get a picture?" Or nothing. They don't ask nothing. They just, "Can I get a pic? Can I get a pic?" And after a while, you just kind of feel like a zoo animal. And then I'll be like, "Wow, I just wish I was still fighting in Japan."
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I thought your performance of the A-Team was really cool because I grew up watching the TV show. And so Mr. T, larger than life, I mean, that's a tough second act to pull off, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's a tough one. Did you feel pressure to have to live up to the Mr. T thing, or did you want to put your own spin on it?
Well, to be 100% honest, like, I think I am like the biggest Mr. T fan. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I used to always watch that show with my dad.
Did you eat the cereal?
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
T cereal.
Man, listen, my parents was really strict on and cheap.
Okay.
So I've had the cereal probably only one time.
That's fair.
And I had to get a good report card or something just for cereal. Other than that, I was eating my mom's favorite, cornflakes.
Yeah.
I had the Mr. T cereal one time. Saved the box for years.
Put it on the wall.
Yeah, I'm like, she's like, you better save the box. You ain't gonna never see that cereal no more. But that's the house I grew up in. But I used to watch that show all the time, and then years come by, and I had the chance to do the movie, and I just you can't beat Mr. T. There's only one, right? And he's still alive, and what I'm saying, he's a living legend. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to just show my respect and be like, I'm gonna do my own thing and try my best to keep his same persona and stuff, like how he is, and just be my own. I think it was been disrespectful for me to try to talk like him and act like him and be like him.
Yeah. No, I think that was a good way to play it because you put your own personality into it. But, I mean, there was a certain spirit that you put out there that felt like Mr. T, which was really cool. And, you've also been filming a new action movie called Boss Level.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so you've done the Hollywood thing. How weird is the Hollywood world when you come out of the MMA world?
It's just, honestly, it's just two different worlds. Like I love acting. I enjoy it because I'm a big kid and you get to do a lot of cool stuff. I like action stuff, and it's really cool. But it's totally different. Sometimes it's a lot of downtime, a lot of waiting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I had the great opportunity of working with Joe Carnahan. He's the one who directed A-Team and Boss Level and a lot of other great films. That guy, I've been on a couple other movie sets, but Joe Carnahan, the way his energy and the way he rolls. Like some people, like in Hollywood, man, they yell at. But they don't yell at me. I don't play that, but they yell.
I couldn't imagine a director or producer yelling at you,
dude.
But they yell at the other actors,
other people and stuff like that. They have hissy face, man, go down. See, Joe don't play that. He don't do that. So it's uncomfortable to be working with a director and he's yelling at people and stuff like that. And like, I've been on sets where it's like that. I was like, wow, man, this is what it's like. When I first was going to do A-Team, I kind of thought Joe was going to be like that. But he was a total opposite. He would make me laugh, and then 5 seconds later go action, and I gotta deliver my line. I'm like, Joe, what are you doing to me, man? You want me to mess up this film? And that's just how he is. But he brings a lot of good energy, and that's. Like, I loved it. Like, it's great.
That's really cool. Rampage Jackson joining us here on the show. So coming up in September in San Jose, Wanderlei Silva, 4th time fighting this guy. I know you're sick and tired of him, but you want to deliver that butt kicking again to make this thing 2-2.
That's right. You know, the last time I fought him, I knocked him out, and he left the weight class. Like, he just said, you know what, man, I'm dropping down. I'm not even fighting this weight class no more. So, like, he called me out this time, so I was really surprised. I was like, what's going on with Wanderlei? Does he need some money or something? Like, what's up, man? I'm like a heavyweight now. He went down in weight. And I went up in weight since the last time we fought. That was 10 years ago. Like, what's going on? Like, he could have called out anybody. I was like, what? You know, what? Or maybe, I think what I've heard is, I didn't think about it, but when I knocked him out, I was in the zone, so I gave him like a couple more punches while he was unconscious. That wasn't nice, and you know, I've seen the footage, but you know, I never thought anything of it because like in my sport, it wasn't illegal. Like you fight until the referee pull you off, but. Looking back at it, it wasn't nice what I did.
It wasn't nice.
It wasn't nice.
No, I wouldn't define it as nice.
So he's kind of upset about that. but you know, but the guy he kind of got in my face at the weigh-ins. He got in my face, and then I think he pushed me at the weigh-ins again because, like I said, he's a bully. And then behind the scenes, he was like all in my face. Right after the weigh-ins that he pushed me, we had a fighting minutes. He was taunting me and saying like how he was going to hurt me and knock me out and trying to scare me, right? Because he that's what he does. He scares his opponents, but I've never been afraid of him. That's why he never liked me.
You're not a guy that gets scared by much.
I'm like, Wanderlei, are you bringing a gun to this fight? Are you gonna have knives or something? Are you if your homeboy's gonna jump me in here? Like, what should I be afraid of? I'm fighting in the cage, like the safest place to fight on the planet. Like, well, why am I gonna be scared? Like, either I'm gonna knock you out, or you gonna knock me out, bro. It's like I've been knocked out before. It's not scary. It don't even hurt. You don't feel it, bro. Like, what I got to be scared of? You know, and I told him, I said, Wanderlei, you think I'm scared of you? He said, yes, in a bad, accent. Yes, you better be scared of me. I said, we're gonna see tomorrow, Wanderlei. I'm gonna show you that I'm not scared of you. And I knocked him the hell out. but I was so riled up, I was in the zone that I didn't even realize that he was half dead and I was still punching him. And I was wrong for that, but I'm not sorry.
No, you shouldn't be.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not sorry. Like, it'd suck if somebody did that to me. And so I get where he's coming from. But,
right.
But honestly, I didn't notice until yesterday. Somebody said like, Wanderlei said he was mad at you because you kept punching him while he was knocked out. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I was wondering what he was doing.
It's like when somebody says, yeah, he still wants the $5 back. You're like, oh, yeah, right, I do owe him $5.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I did punch him when he was already knocked out in the face a couple of times. It wasn't nice. But,
it wasn't nice. But, I'm not apologizing.
No.
But it wasn't nice. Like, but hopefully, like, if I knock him out again this time, hopefully I won't be so much in the zone. Then I'll be conscious of like, oh, okay, he's already out. Because I always wanted to do one of those cool walkaways when you knock somebody out. Because he was knocked out as soon as I threw that left hook, he was already out.
Yeah.
And because I watched the video, like when I'm in my fights, I'm in the zone. Like I don't know what I do in my fights. I mean, it's kind of like I go autopilot. I'm two different people
in the zone.
I'm just in the zone, so it's like
game face.
It wasn't intentional. I can say that to him, his fans, or whatever. It wasn't intentional. Like I didn't name myself Rampage. It's not something that I woke up one day. Ooh, I'm gonna call myself Rampage. You know what I'm saying? My cousin named me that when I was a kid for a reason. And like I'm, if Rampage is the one that's in there fighting, now, sometimes Rampage hasn't showed up to fights. I'm like, damn, Rampage, where you at, bro?
Yeah, well, I need Rampage, man.
Rampage.
I don't want Quinton right now. I need Rampage.
Yes, there's been times where I've noticed too. Like one time I was walking into a fight and this guy dropped something, and I almost bent down to pick it up for him. I was like, oh, Rampage wouldn't do that. I'm like, damn, I got to go in here and fight this fight. Some fights I've won. But you know what I'm saying, and like some fights, I was like, man, if Rampage was here, I would have walked through that guy. And so apparently, when I was fighting Wanderlei, that was totally Rampage.
Yeah.
And Rampage is not a nice guy.
No.
He don't care about your feelings. He don't care if he punch you a few times while you unconscious.
He's not picking something up that you dropped.
No, he's not doing none of that.
He's not pulling out a chair for a lady or open up a door
he's
for
not
a dude.
He's not a gentleman at all. He is not a nice guy. I don't even think that I would get along with Rampage. No. I don't think I would get along with him.
Quinton meet Rampage, Rampage meet Quinton. You're like, I don't like this dude.
I don't like him. I seen him on TV howling and stuff. Like that guy's an idiot.
I don't like that guy.
I don't like that guy. Like, I don't think him and I can even be friends.
That's fantastic.